What's going on, PBL fans? It's Jacob, the coach of the Ecruteak City Stantlers. This week we're playing against Matthew, the coach of the, I believe it's the Cherrygrove City Hoppips. Yeah, that's it. So I do lead off with my Victini here, as you can see, and he is going to lead off with his Beware Subway Jared. Great name, by the way. Now, it could have had the ability Fluffy, so I was thinking about going for V-Create, but I decided to play it safe and go for U-Turn, and as you can see here, it does kind of pay off as he does bring out Blue Weirdy the Quagsire. As we get our U-Turn in, we get some good chip damage, and we go ahead and switch out. Now we do see this as a great opportunity to bring in Tapu Lele, because nothing on his team really wants to take a Psychic from this thing. And we do get our Psychic Surge off to increase our Psychic power by 50% and stop all of the priority moves. So that is always a great boon for our team. So here we can see that we do get our Psychic off. I don't know if he didn't know that was coming or what, but either way, Quagsire down, easy peasy. And that is a knockout for our friend Tapu Waifu. So Rolt McLeroy comes out. That's probably a reference to something that I don't understand. But I can't really risk this thing being Choice Scarf because the Shadow Ball would absolutely destroy me. So we do just go ahead and switch out to Dr. Drizzle to catch the Shadow Ball. So as we can see here, it actually does a huge amount of damage, like a bunch. Reveals the Life Orb, so that kind of makes me think that it's modest with a Life Orb, but it could be timid, who knows, not me. Now here I knew that there was a very strong chance that he had Focus Blast, but I also know that Focus Blast misses a lot, so I did decide to stay in and just go for my Stealth Rocks. And, you know, that ended up paying off as that Stealth Rocks did miss. Now that does mean that Charizard's going to take 50% of its life when it comes in, so that's always good for us. And it kind of swung the battle in my favor a little bit, but I think we could have worked around it. Now here I got really, really greedy, and I decided to stay in again, just kind of seeing if I got lucky again, and I did. So we do actually get the knockoff through, and we get to take out Hoopa, so that was absolutely fantastic for Dr. Drizzle. Honestly, once he got the rocks up, he kind of served his purpose. I didn't think Matt would be able to get rid of the rocks, so I was ready to sacrifice him if necessary. But getting that icing on the cake of just, getting that attack in was absolutely awesome. So Subway Jared comes back out, and we are obviously afraid of a superpower here, or a Drain Punch, or any other fighting attack. The thing is that he has been running this as a choice banned Pokemon for the last whole season. So we were expecting this to do a lot of damage, and as you can see, it actually does do a pretty big chunk to me. I did some calculating afterwards and found out that pretty much was a choice band, almost guaranteed. So, we do know that, and luckily he weakened himself, so he can't really stay in. Now here I did go for a Will-O-Wisp. Now I thought he might bring Charizard in, predicting that, but instead he goes straight for Landorus, and I got really giddy inside. I was feeling super happy. Because after we see this Intimidate go through and our attack drops, we do go through with our Will-O-Wisp, and we do manage to connect it, which is super cool. And as you can see, we do get the burn, which is absolutely fantastic. Making this kitty a little bit weaker, trimming its claws just a hair. And by a hair, I mean half off entirely. So that was always nice. So, as we can see here, he decides to go for Earthquake. Maybe he predicted a switch, I have no idea, but either way, Purple Haze levitates straight over that, then goes for our Flamethrower, just in case he decided to switch out Pokemon. Now you can see that does very minuscule amounts of damage here, and it kind of baits in the Charizard, to be honest. I didn't really know what to expect, but I kind of figured that Flamethrower would be like, hey, switch into your Fire Pokemon, which I believe is what he does, so, oh no, he sends out Bug Cloyster. So there is that, his Ferrothorn. Now, I don't know necessarily why he switched this into a fire-type attack, but that is what happened, and as you can see, this Flamethrower here is going to easily take out this Cloyster, this Bug Cloyster Ferrothorn. So, by Ferrothorn, I meant Fortress. Oh my god, I look like a pleb. So, anyway, we get our Black Sludge recovery, so that's always nice, and Natsu the Charizard comes out now. Maybe he just did that for an easier switch in, I don't know. But regardless, he does take 49% of his HP, and then he does go ahead and go for the Mega Evolution. Now here I was kind of stuck in a really weird spot, because if I switched out and he Dragon Danced, I would have been in a very, very precarious situation where I could have thrown the game pretty easily. So I decided to stay in, and he goes for his Dragon Claw, and I actually went for Clear Smog just to clear out any Dragon Dancing that he might have done, but luckily he didn't do that. Now here we were kind of stuck between this weird stalemate, because if he decided to Dragon Dance on any turn that I decided to switch, again, we would have been in a very tough problem. So his Dragon Claw does go through again, and he does some pretty good damage still, and I go for the Clear Smog again, just in case he decides to set up on me. Luckily he didn't. Now here, I knew that if he went for a Flare Blitz, he would take me out, and with Dragon Claw it was a roll, I believe. So here I kind of figured he was just going to go for the kill anyway, so we can go ahead and switch on into Popeye, who can take anything that he can do, and at this point he can actually take him out with a Mach Punch. So we just go through with another Dragon Claw. It does pretty good damage, and you can see that our Flame Orb does come in and burn us. So now we are able to get off a Mach Punch and take out this Charizard. So with a burned Landorus and Charizard gone, all of the threats on his team are really taken care of. At this point it just comes down to what we want to do to get through it. Now here, Landorus came back out, and I kind of had a little suspicion that it was going to be a Z-Fly Landorus. He hasn't really used that too much this season so far, and I figured he might bring it against me this time to help deal with this Conkeldurr. And unfortunately that's exactly what happened. I didn't know what was going to happen. If I had to sacrifice anybody, I guess it would be Conkeldurr, but unfortunate for Popeye, he does have to catch this Supersonic Sky Strike, and he will be fainting to that regardless. So as we can see here, he goes up into the sky, it looks so cool, and comes down through the sun and explodes on the ground. And that is going to be Popeye down, Raid Boss down. So there it goes. And now we just pretty much pick who we want to win the game with. I've been ending the game with Garchomp recently, and by recently I mean pretty much every week. So we go ahead and we do send him in. Tapu Lele could have worked as well. I actually kind of wish I did use her because Garchomp doesn't even get this KO, as you can see. The Dragon Claw doesn't necessarily take it out. Now the Earthquake doesn't really mean too much here because we do survive it as he is burned. We would have survived it anyway. And then the burn actually does take it out, so Weezing actually gets that kill. So a little unfortunate for our boy Garchomp here, but it is what it is. So then out comes Subway Jared. And he's looking pretty intimidating, but luckily he just took his second round of Stealth Rocks, which does put him in KO range of our ground Z move, the Tectonic Rage. So as you can see here, our lovely Garchomp Ugros is powering up himself with some Z power, and with that he's going to let out a Tectonic Rage and take our boy out. So he's going to knock him straight down into the middle of the earth, and with a giant explosion, kablam! He is going down. So with that, we do claim our 10th victory. We do also pretty much secure ourselves a spot in playoffs. Even if we do end up losing out the rest of the season, we'll still clinch the wild card. So we're definitely in playoffs. It's just a matter of what position we're going to be in, whether it be Johto champion, not Johto, Gold champions, or Johto wild card. But it's going to be one of the two for sure. So with that, we're going to go ahead and look forward to our next week. Week 11, I believe, is against Brendan and the Cinnabar Island Cyndaquil, so it should be a pretty explosive match. He does have a lot of interesting sets that he's been running this season. I remember he did like a Reflect type Latios or something like that. It was really cool. So I'm really interested in seeing what wacky things that he brings, because it really does give him an edge in a lot of his battles. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. We'll see you all next week, and please go enjoy the other battles. And with that, we'll see you later.